Do you really mean that? You're probably gonna regret saying that if you do. How so? Because I'm probably gonna have a lot of free time during the weekends from now on. So you're giving me permission to be as annoying as I want and drag you around to a lot of places. I see. But you already said it, so you can't take it back now. Well, I suppose I have no choice but to accept that responsibility then. I know a good ice cream place. Oh? That means you'll finally figure out my favorite ice cream flavor. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, you don't remember? The first day that you came to the club, you guessed everyone's favorite ice cream flavor, but for me you said you had no idea. Seriously? I don't remember that at all. Oh wait, yes I do. I said it was probably green tea. Yuri shakes her head. It's a good guess, but my favorite is usually to get chocolate and raspberry together. Chocolate and raspberry? How fancy. How is that fancy? Oh, I don't know. I feel like I should have guessed something like that. Well, maybe next time I'll try chocolate and strawberry. Hey, strawberry's my favorite. What a coincidence. I think it helps to have something to look forward to. I still have this sick feeling in my stomach, but it's easier now to convince myself that I did the right thing. Is there anything better I could be doing? Not that I know of. There's nothing that will make this easy for me. And you already did more than I thought anyone could. Come to think of it, we never talked about the letter you wrote. But I feel like we're way past that at this point. I don't even know what to talk about. Except that I think it helped me understand my needs a little bit better. The way I like to be treated. And the kinds of friends that I want to have. That's why I wanted to start coming here in the first place, even though I was so scared of causing more problems. I thought it was a coincidence that you ran into me here initially. Oh, well, not exactly. What do you mean? Nothing. I may have tracked you down first. With the help of Sayori. That's what you said. I was shy, okay? I wasn't ready to, whatever, you know what I'm saying. Well, I guess I'm glad that you worked up the courage, even if it was in your own way. I can tell that you've been making a lot of difficult decisions. It's brave, and it will make things better in the long run. I think anyone would be proud of you for it. Anyone? You mean like you? Yes, like me. You know, I could get used to this. As long as you don't tease me too much. Fine. Just a little then. That's fine. I know how uncertain everything feels to you right now, but I really do think that good things are in store. Those are my honest feelings. Thanks. It feels nice to be reassured.
The two girls continue their conversation through the remainder of lunch, but a new feeling hangs in the air, a feeling of greater certainty in their path forward. In just a few hours, there will be another literature club meeting, where the 4 club members will happily spend time together. Each of them, all with their own special qualities, have something unique that they can deliver to one another. Through friendship and literature, the club members will continue to grow and find new happiness together. The end of each chapter is the start of the next. Yuri thinks to herself, since she's about to finish her long-running series, it would be best to have a new book lined up. Perhaps this weekend would be a good time to visit the bookstore. Together. Oh. I've said "oh" after every single thing. And you know what? I had a feeling there was going to be something else after that. Oh, that was so nice, though. Take that, all the people who think they just absolutely hate each other. You got it wrong.
Okay, everyone. We're going to be taking a break from the usual activities today. I was thinking since people are starting to talk about the festival, it's a good time for us to go over the general direction of the club and all that. I think it'll help us figure out what to do for the festival, you know? Oh, Siri and I already came up with a really good plan. Really? For the festival? Yeah, so the plan is this, okay? You and Yuri collect information ahead of time on which clubs and classes are doing food booths. Then we take a map and plan the most efficient route so we can get them to most of them before the lines get too long. Hey, that has nothing to do with the club. Flo, you have to let me finish. All right, fine, go ahead. Right, so basically, we get all the food we can, then we come back here and we all eat together. That's all. Wow, I got tricked twice by the same joke.
Boo! Don't be a hater. It's not like you can come up with anything better. Look, even Yuri was thinking about it.
No, I wasn't. I would really prefer to do something literature-related. We can eat together anytime. The festival is a unique opportunity. Besides, it's been quite a while since we've seen any new interest in the club. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We really get a shot at showing people what the literature club is all about. I'll tell you what, we can do both, right? We'll make time for your food mission and still put together a public event. Oh my gosh, yes! I was just joking, but that's a really good idea. Well, I'm glad that's settled. I think the question is how to come up with an event that just demonstrates everything you can get out of the literature club. Well, that's kind of tough, because everyone gets something different out of the club. Okay, how about this? Let's go around and have each of us talk about what we've gotten out of the club so far. That could really help us figure out what kind of reputation we want to build. Yeah! That's too embarrassing. Aw, but you have so much to talk about. That's exactly why. And I'm sure Natsuki feels the same way.
Well, maybe, but I didn't plan on arguing against it or anything. I mean, the literature club. We talk about that stuff together, right? And the only way to get more comfortable with it is to just suck it up and do it.
Oh, you're not wrong. I'm sorry for being resistant.
It's not good to say suck it up because it sounds like their feelings don't matter.
Right, my bad. It's just a habit I need to break. Well, anyway, who's gonna start?
I'll start. I was the first to join after all.
Wouldn't that be me?
No, I want to go first.
Fine. You can start. I don't mind.
Yay! So, gosh, it feels like so long ago. I think I joined because I wanted to have fun sharing poems with people. It seemed like it would be a safe way to express myself, you know? Like if it's just a poem, then I can share it without feeling like I'm burdening everyone with my problems. And I thought it would be a really good way to get to know other people too. So yeah, I was really surprised when I walked in and it was just Monica. And she was sleeping.
Don't remind me of that. Oh gosh.
Yeah, but it seemed like so much fun to help start a new club. Especially since writing helped me so much, I wanted to see it help other people too. But it ended up being me who was inspired, as I remember her feeling like Monica was just so sweet and mature, and that I could trust her with anything. It made me feel a lot less alone, having someone who knew even the bad things about me. And at that point, I knew the literature club was going to be special for a lot of people.
Yeah, I felt the same way. It really helped give the club a more cohesive vision.
Yeah, and then Yuri joined, but she was so different from us, and Natsuki too. I think for Yuri, it really helped for me to take the lead before she was able to open up a little. But Natsuki was kind of the opposite, where she wasn't ready to get really close to someone really quickly. I never really thought about that sort of thing. I really feel like I've gotten better at understanding people's different needs. And that makes me really happy because my friends are just the most important thing to me. And whatever new members we get, I want to help them in those ways too.
I don't know if I would have continued coming to the club if it weren't for you.
Really?
I know it wasn't too long ago, but it hurts to think about my behavior back then. I was really short-sighted. The only reason I came was to find others who were into fantasy. I suppose that was my idea of making friends with people. And I remember feeling uncomfortable because you and I have such different energy. I had such a specific idea of the kind of person I could be friends with. So when Sayori tried so hard to get to know me, I felt like I was just wasting her time. I think I was naive to assume that similar interests were the key component of friendship. Sayori and I were able to be friends because she always thinks about the needs of other people. That's something I never knew how to do, or even thought to do. But I stayed in the club thanks to that, and I started trying as hard as I could to understand people better. You really went above and beyond when it came to that. I was just super impressed. Well, I always hated that I didn't know how to behave like a person who is easily liked by others, like the two of you can. And because of that, I spent so much time thinking about my own behavior and all the wrong things I said. But the whole time, I should have been thinking about other people instead, not myself. Once I started doing that, I was able to make friends with everyone else. Oh, also, I discovered that sometimes I'm a better communicator when I take the time to write, rather than speak. It's so strange the way things turned out. It's so far different from anything I ever would have expected. But I'm happy. I suppose we don't always know what we really need.
Oh my gosh! You're so cute that I'm going to throw up!
Okay, please don't do that, Sayori. Besides, I'm not cute.
Hey, isn't that my line?
Oh, well, for me it's actually true, so...
Well, what are you saying?
Nothing. I've finished my part, so somebody else take their turn.
My heart!
Sayori, take some deep breaths.
Okay, fine, I'll go. Yuri, I can't believe you were complaining about doing this and still went before me. What a show-off!
I was just following up on Sayori. It was the easiest way to get it over with.
Besides, you left out the most important thing that you get out of this club.
I did?
Yeah, a regular supply of your favorite cupcakes. Oh no, I forgot that too! I'm a traitor to the Cupcake Queen! Neither of you are forgiven. Looks like only Monica will be getting cupcakes next time. No!
I can't eat that many cupcakes.
Yeah, true. Only Yuri can.
Hey.
Well, anyway, I'm just putting off talking. It's kind of hard to talk about this stuff. But I guess what it comes down to is that I'm in a much better place mentally than I was when I first joined. And that's because everyone helped me realize that I had some really toxic friendships going on outside the club. It was honestly a really painful thing to go through. Having to cut them out, it still hurts to think about. I'm sorry, Natsuki. It's fine. I knew it was for the best, and I was right. I guess for me, it's all about feelings. I was only ever ridiculed for having feelings, so I thought the right thing to do was to just ignore them. It took me a really long time to realize that it's not really how things are supposed to work. And I guess that's thanks to everyone who took the time to respect my feelings, even when I was being, like, the biggest jerk. I'm really sorry for being such a jerk to everyone. I was really the worst.
Natsuki's voice chokes a little.
We love you, Natsuki. I hate that I was like that. Everyone did so much for me, and I could never do anything in return.
That's not true. Natsuki, you've done a lot more than you think. This club really wouldn't have been the same without you. I mean that. Remember how judgmental I was when you first showed up? It was like I couldn't accept anything other than my own idea of what a literature club was supposed to be. Apparently, that was more important to me than the opportunity to bring you some happiness. You really taught me that anything that makes someone happy is worthy of respect. You even inspired me to start playing piano. That's something that means a whole lot to me. So there's no need to put yourself down.
Okay.
Natsuki wipes her eyes.
You helped me a lot too. It's so much fun to have you around. And you helped me become a better person. Having a problem doesn't make you needy or inconvenient. It means that there's something that needs to be better for you, and you always deserve that.
I agree. Seeing us have some of the same struggles made me a better person as well. I wouldn't want to change anything about our time here. I don't think any of us would.
I'm sorry I got all dramatic again. That's all I wanted to say, so Monica can go now.
There's no need to apologize. It was something I wanted to talk about anyway, because it made a big difference for me. I was always such a strict perfectionist who never took enough time to believe in the best of other people. But everyone kept proving me wrong. I made the mistake multiple times thinking that my way was the best for everyone. Or thinking that I was needed to solve other people's problems. But I think being a leader means that you have to acknowledge that you're not perfect, and that the best thing you can do is to help guide people, rather than to do everything for them. We're all good people. We're all equals. I think that's the most important thing I've gotten out of the club, realizing what that really means. Sayori, what are you doing?
I just thought that we should be writing some of these things down. Things about the club that are valuable to us.
With a piece of chalk in her hand, Sayori writes the word trust on the chalkboard.
This is because you show showed me that I could trust you with everything about me, not just my good side.
Suddenly, Yuri takes a piece of chalk as well. She writes, understanding.
I owe a lot of gratitude to everyone who took the time to understand me, even though it's so difficult for me to express myself. In that case...
Monica takes a piece of chalk as well and writes the word respect.
I always thought I was a respectful person, but it took the club for me to realize that there was more to it than I thought, and I'm a better person because of it.
I have another one!
Sarai writes balance.
Sometimes people want different things out of a friendship, or they need time before they're ready to become close. So it's important to keep things balanced between you and the other person.
That reminds me.
Yuri writes reflection.
I've always been a reflective person, but most of it has been nothing more than hating myself for all the things I thought I did wrong. Once I started reflecting on other people, and not just myself, a lot of things changed for me. So I think that's the most important one for me. That's great! We have a whole list of things now.
Suddenly, everyone turns to look at Natsuki.
Well, everyone took all the chalk. Don't look at me like that. Jeez. You could have just asked.
Monica hands her piece of chalk to Natsuki. Then, Natsuki sighs and writes self-love.
I don't know how far I've gotten with it yet, but it feels like things are at least on the right track. So there, that's my contribution.
Together, everyone stares at the words on the board.
Wasn't this club supposed to be about literature?
It is. We still do a lot of literature. Friendship and literature.
Yeah, you're right. Friendship and literature.
Natsuki and Yuri gently nod as well.
Hey, let's all take a picture together. We don't have one yet, right?
Hey, you're right. Make sure you send it to me after.
Wait, can I brush my hair first or something? Oh, you're fine. You already have the best hair out of all of us. Everyone get together. I can't fit you all in. Okay. Okay, everyone ready? And click. I'm really glad we talked about this stuff. It's easy to forget how far we've come with only 4 members.
Yeah. I have so many happy thoughts right now. I'm getting some really good inspiration for a poem.
You know, I feel the same way. I kind of want to get some writing done.
Me too.
I think I would like that as well. Everyone's looking at me again. I'll do it too, but I might not feel like sharing it. That's okay.
The 4 members of the Literature Club disperse and return to their desks, each equipping themselves with a pen. Natsuki and Yuri give each other a quick glance, then start writing immediately. Sayori stretches, then does the same. But Monica is left tapping her pen against the paper, unsure of where to start.
Just move your hand.
Monica mouths to herself.
Right the way into your heart.
Her mind full of thoughts, memories, and inspiration, Monica navigates past her mental barriers and begins to write. It doesn't matter what, just that it's something new. Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Hey, we get an extra credits scene. Thank you, dear player, for enjoying our story of friendship and literature. And thank you, dear viewer, for watching this series. I appreciate you too.